And this breaking news about the coronavirus. A fight is brewing in the city of Costa Mesa over a proposal to possibly transfer as many as 70 infected patients there as early as this weekend. CBS 2 Orange County reporter Michelle Gili is live in Costa Mesa with information on what city officials are doing about that. Michelle.
Jeff, we've just learned about all of this. Just beyond this golf course that you see behind me here on Harbor Boulevard is Fairview Developmental Center. And these gray residential buildings are where the police and fire chief tell me the coronavirus patients could be housed as early as this weekend. The Costa Mesa mayor and city manager have so many questions. First and foremost, safety issues, so much so that a lawsuit has just been filed in federal court to try and block the transport of the patients here to the city of Costa Mesa. Last night, officials began hearing of the plan by the Department of Health and Human Services and the CDC to move between 30 and 70 sick patients, some from the Diamond Princess cruise ship, to Costa Mesa on this state-owned land as early as Sunday or Monday. Fairview Developmental Center has been shuttered in the last month. It sits a few hundred feet from neighborhoods and shopping centers. City leaders say they want to protect their residents.
We have a lot of activity in the area, so it's not the kind of area that's isolated and that would be appropriate for quarantining people who have an infectious disease.
The largest concerns that we have is the lack of information. There has not been an information flow, and relative to a situation like that, this, for us, it creates the greatest concern.
So to our knowledge, these are Americans, obviously. They are California residents. Some of them may have been on the Diamond Princess cruise ship. But again, the reason we have actually followed through with an injunction is because we don't have a lot of information. We would like to know more about who the individuals are.
Now, the police and fire chief went onto this land and they tell me they saw workers prepping buildings to be ready for these coronavirus patients should they arrive on Sunday or Monday. I've been told by city leaders that there is an immediate need, according to the federal government, for 6 patients from that cruise ship to be housed. This is the only site in the state of California that's being considered. The city of Costa Mesa now filing that injunction, hoping a judge agrees with them and will block these coronavirus patients from coming here. That's the latest live in Costa Mesa. I'm Michelle Gili. Back to you.
I'm Sandra Bookman. New developments involving the coronavirus. More than 80 people now quarantined, being monitored in Nassau County on Long Island. And here in New York City, Mayor de Blasio is discussing coronavirus preps. You can watch at ABC7 and 1.
Coronavirus concerns. The State Department of Health and Human Services said today they're monitoring 325 people. They're all considered medium risk. They're all people who have been to mainland China in the past 2 weeks or were passengers on a cruise ship with a confirmed coronavirus case. No one is in quarantine. The state says that's because they were not deemed high risk during the screening process. That's still scary.
Right.
Yeah.
We all need to be paying attention to this.
News coming in the last few minutes. Reuters is reporting that Austria has stopped a train coming from Italy as 2 travellers are suspected of being infected with COVID-19 coronavirus. So in the last few minutes, Reuters, quoting a local agency, is reporting that Austria has stopped a train around concerns about coronavirus. And that comes as Italy now has the worst outbreak of COVID-19 in Europe and has imposed quarantine restrictions in 2 northern regions close to the cities of Milan and Venice. There are now more than 100 cases in the country. Most of them are in northern Italy. In Lombardy, the number of cases has nearly doubled in the last 24 hours. 3 people have died. To limit the spread of the virus, sports events have been cancelled, and in several regions, schools, universities and cultural attractions have been told to close.
Top officials are warning that the spread of coronavirus in the U.S. appears inevitable.
The director of the National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases is saying it's not so much a question of if this will happen anymore, but a question of when this will happen.
Lives will be disrupted because of this pandemic.
The coronavirus, which is very well under control in our country.
We're in very good shape in the United States. We have it very well under control. Now the virus, a lot of people think that goes away in April with the heat. as the heat comes in. We're in great shape. We have it very much under control. We think it's going to have a very good ending for us, so that I can assure you.
Coronavirus is under control according to the president. Your reaction to that?
I don't think the president knows what he's talking about, once again.